then, Maras, how do you do? This is my podcast and it's just for you. It's called TED Talks and it's a load of shite, but I hope you enjoy it because I've kept it like it's about an hour long and all about Teesside, the people, the places and the borough pride.
Now the matters, just checking out a lovely pint of Guinness there, getting myself in the mood for when the lockdown is over. I can't wait. We can go and have some pints and stuff like that, and pair on lasses, and you can pair on lads as well if you like that, or if you're a girl, you know what I mean. Welcome to TED Talks, the live online Facebook version of my podcast. It's I can't say it. Facebook version of me pod. I've only had half a can. I'm not even wrecked. You know what I mean? So if you're just tuning in, thank you very much. Please give this a share. Share this stream. Share it far and wide. Share it with family. Share it with friends. Share it on pages that you don't care about. Share it with pets. I don't give a shit. Just share it, please. I want more people to watch it. Fucking share it. Right, I can't do this show. I can't do this show on my own. I'm seeing Mala laughing in the green room there to make me laugh. I'm going to bring him in. It's me good mate, Mala, eating it.
Big Bad Wolf.
You been watching Teen Wolf, Mala?
Well, all right, Matters, all right, Teesside. That was the lovely song, Big Bad Wolf, that was on Teen Wolf at the end. You know where he has that dance off? And he does like wolfy moves.
Yeah, the wolf.
I was just having a crack at that, you know what I mean? Because the clubs are opening up soon, aren't they? And I'm hoping someone does that and makes a revival.
I reckon we could be the first people to ask for that in Cuba, and then the dance floor will part and Megan, you'll like get it going on the dance floor like that.
That'll be class. Yeah, you look a bit like Teen Wolf, you know, when he changes at the minute.
Yeah, you look a bit like, you know, his fat mate.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, right?
Just doing the eyebrows.
You know, I tell you what, Ted, though, there could be, don't want to watch Teen Wolf again. They've got a rape closet. Have you seen it before?
Cupboard, where they lock people in the cupboard and they've just got to get on with it.
Well, the bloke who's doing the rules who thinks he's like dead cool, and he just goes, get yourself in the closet and no rules apply. And then he does a big rapey thing, right, where he claws her back, right? And she comes out and she's got mad, like, rips down the back and blood. And the next day she doesn't say no to him. She'd be like, that was my best top. She'd be booting right off.
That guy who organises it all should never trust a man in burgundy chinos. That's my only assessment on that. If you've enjoyed the film Teen Wolf, let us know, Matters, comment and stuff like that. We've got a few of the regulars tuning in. Get up there. All right, you dials. Now then, you fell whiffs.
Money.
Oh, you're welcome, Chris. There we go. Now then, fellas. All right, boys. All right, great. Nice one. Listen, Mala, I know we normally like to go through like news stories on Teesside Live and stuff like that, but I've been like racking through them this week, and I feel a bit bad because normally there's loads of grassing going on.
Loads.
There isn't this time. There's just loads of horrific crimes on Teesside Live. I was thinking, what funny news stories can we talk about this week? But it's all about like murder and pedos and stuff, and I don't want to talk about that.
That's why, Ted. That's why. That's why I've been watching Teen Wolf, because it's that depressing that I'd like to go back in time when all them sort of crimes seem to be all right if you were a high school kid in the 80s. And you were Teen Wolf.
Remember when I used to do that surfing on the ice cream truck as well?
Yeah,
These things are mine.
Right. Do you remember you used to go on Pat Wardell's one, but it wasn't really a proper ice cream truck. It was like a Ford Cortina, and you were the forerunner. And remember them lads like that spin the signs and point at the shops? Like,
yeah.
You did that, didn't you? But on top of the car.
Mate, she once dressed me up as a giant Berkeley menthol. I like to do that.
Well, you could buy him for 5p a pop singles, man.
Yeah. I used to like fake a note off our mum saying I wanted 2 Berkeley singles, and then I used to go and smoke them down the park.
Yeah, I did with my mum until Pat Wardell. When my mum walked in, Pat Wardell, my mum, you scruffy cow, why are you buying fags and singles all the time? Class.
Oh,
we love Wardells, by the way. They were class shops. Shame they're not there anymore. But lovely.
Matt Oakes is Mala Stockton Superman. He looks like a shit Christopher Reeve.
Well, you look like a shit bad guy from a scene. Put that picture back up again. Look at that.
Look at him there.
He looks
Matty's like, hey.
All right, Matty. He does look a bit book-like, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'd book him, me like, yeah.
I'd have a go. He looks nice.
You're getting some more abuse, see? Yeah, talking about Michael J. Fox and Team Wolf as he cut Malice hair.
Yeah. Like,
Steve, you're getting worse every week, you.
Stop picking on us, because look, I've got loads of hair today. I'm just like going to put it a different way.
That's better. Mano, we talked about this, didn't we?
Yeah.
Don't watch Teen Wolf 2, it's proper bok.
Ted was just saying I have to get it from the video, man. He was like,
it's Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman's the main wolf in it.
Wasn't that the lad out of American History, about American Psycho?
Ozark.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's you're on about Patrick Bateman.
That's right.
Who's in EastEnders? Oh, you Landy. No, that's Patrick Truman, isn't it?
Oh, you Landy. Get a job, you Landy.
Imagine like if it was Patrick Truman, looking at himself in the mirror going, oh, you're in American Psycho. You'll answer only as Christy. Oh, let's look at me, Christy. Eat it. I'm trying not to do a too West Indian accent there, so I don't get into trouble.
I thought that wasn't West Indian, to be fair to you, Ted. That was somewhere in the Middle East, I believe, but never mind.
I think it was, yeah. I think it was. No, we got some
all right.
No, Jason.
Patrick Truman was the evening, lads. 1 year anniversary today.
Oh, nice one. Cheers, Mick, for letting us know that. Yeah, God rest his soul, poor Mark. All right, Master Bateman, that's it, yeah. Jason Bateman, yeah.
Getting the new American Psycho, starring next to Patrick Truman.
I sent some badges to Graham Patton. I would like to say thanks for the badges, but our lass has just come downstairs with you on each and one stuck to a fudge badger.
Yeah. Do you know what the basketball team's called in Teen Wolf? The Beavers.
Is it the Hackensack All Whites?
No, doubt it. You know for a fact that's on one of the greatest movies ever known.
The Hackensack Red Bulls on Brewster's Millions.
Brewster's Millions, class. Yeah, that was one of the best. No, they're called the Beavers, right? And there's loads of little girls like in the skirts dancing around, and I'm like, some dirty Americans wrote that and went, well, we'll call them the Beavers. I don't want to be that bad guy in it anyway. The jerk lads who gets his shit at the end.
The one who looks like 42, yet he's meant to be 19.
well, that's like me when I went to school, but only because I was held back. So I was 41. I just got out last week.
Here, someone's put a quote from the film here. Let's have a look here. Paul Smith, best quote from the film. Harold Howard. Listen, son, you're going to be able to do a lot of things the other guys aren't. Scott Howard. Oh, yeah, like chase cars and bite the mailman. See how I did the voices there as well.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like the
quotes.
I like the fact that, the bully lad, he actually takes it verbatim that he's an actual wolf, and he goes, I killed your mum with a shotgun. And I'm thinking, that's a bit harsh, isn't it? He meant he killed a wolf with a shotgun, but he's thinking it's Teen Wolf's man.
Even that's a bit, I mean, it is America. Like, if that was in, Better Girls, I've been out shooting wolves tonight,
You were
yeah. Unbelievable, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, as well, right? There was some right flat. Ted, there's some right snapper in that, you know what I mean? If you knock off a couple of cheekies.
I like that. I like the blonde one, with the big hair. It was like, oh, help me! Oh, come on! And she's in little knickers in the dressing room.
Well, and then he goes and bangs the doggy style, doesn't he? Because you'd imagine he would. And and then he's in the car park and he's like the principal, and he's like, "What's that noise?" And that's him, just like spaffing. Class.
Mally's come out with a classic one here. Give me a keg of beer.
That's what most of the Teesside's going to be like, I imagine, on Sunday.
Yeah, it's just going to be like on Monday. Hey, give me a pint of beer.
You know how daft Teesside is? I know loads of people that have taken the day off work. Like it's a national holiday, you know. If you've watched that movie, Star Wars, with all them little airy lads, like, you know, at the end, when they have a massive party, that will be 8 o'clock on Teesside that night, like big bonfires everywhere and loads of people running around tribal.
I'll be honest, I've contemplated treating myself to a brass. I haven't really.
Yes.
There's no furlough near me.
Don't worry. I know Terry Nutkins. I'll give him a shout.
Steve Jones said there, back in my school days, the grape closet was called the teacher's. All right, Steve, come on.
Yeah, we used to get. Do you remember when we used to go to the Pats and they used to get put in that cupboard and you ate all the sweets? Ted, do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. All the
Mojos, and you ate them all, didn't you? Because you were putting them.
I didn't even take the wrappers off.
He went wild and feral, and then she didn't know what to do, so she just beat him mercilessly in front of us. It was class.
Good comedy show, that, if you ever want to go and watch it. Cheers, thanks for that. Looking good, lads.
Good. He's in Team Wolf as well.
Bernie Slavin, original Wolfman.
Well,
I'd like to see Bernie Slavin in the role of Michael J. Fox in it. I think it'd be quite good, that. But like, hey, give me a keg of beer, you sucking bastard.
Well,
It's scarier, isn't it?
He's my favourite Boris striker, so I'd like to see him in anything. The team at the minute, if you don't mind me saying, I reckon he could still knock a couple in. Good evening, Paul Banks. Who's
Michaela Strachan, I think he means there.
Well,
Michaela Strachan's Bush. Well, I've never seen it, but Michael Strachan, I'm thinking, who's he in Teen Wolf?
I was thinking it was, the little man, the little Scottish lad, but it wasn't.
Yeah, you made a good point as well when we were watching the film as well, that it is a very much an all-white basketball team, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Quite rare in A, the sport, and B, American high schools as well.
And Michael J. Fox is 4 foot.
Yeah, why wasn't there some 6'7" class basketball player in it? Except there's little Michael J. Fox, who's absolute dog shit.
Right, and the only black lad I've seen in the entire movie, right, nowadays. And he just stops, and he's a stereotypical guy that has like a boombox walking down.
An 80s stereotypical.
Exactly, and he puts it on the ground, right? And then Michael J. Fox just does loads of spins and that, and they go, ow, and then the high.
Oh, just like
exactly. Well, not like this. That looks like I'm trying to bring down a plane, and I need help.
Or you're running away from a wasp.
Yeah. But I mean, I tell you what, right? All the birds in the 80s were game as fuck according to that movie. Like, I tell you what, even the gorgeous one who was like meant to be like Dorky, but she's probably trying to rape him all the time. You know, the one who looks like Daniel LaRusso with a wig on.
Mate, honestly, we were saying earlier when there's two types of lasses in 80s movies. There's the pretty lass who's like the cheerleader captain, and she always has a big perm, but like a class rack, and she just looks mint in like underpants and stuff, right? And then you've got the nerdy one who like has normally got glasses and a monobrow, but you know what I mean? Like she'll go to the prom and you'll be thinking, it's got all that, like, you know what I mean?
Well, I always thought that's what I'd look like when my glasses off, but it never happened, to be honest.
Mate, I remember our prom.
You do. Well, Ted, you'll have to remind me.
You weren't allowed in, were you? Because you turned up in your slippers, stinking of cider.
And we're in our 40s, and that's an American thing that only came out like about a year ago. And all
we went to that. We weren't at school. We just went to one.
We just went to one.
Let us in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a proper annoying thing about kids nowadays, and they're that American. Do you know what I mean? They just love everything American, don't they?
Yeah. Going back to what you said about 80s flange, right? Let's look at the evidence here, right? So you've got Teen Wolf, good flange in that, right? Weird Science, cracking flange, right? Back to the Future, even when she's done up as his old mum, it's still good flange.
Well,
right?
What's that one called where the lad plays the video game and he goes up and fights everybody up in space?
Flight of the Navigator?
No.
Tron?
No. He lives in like a caravan because you know what I mean? He's like one of them lads and he lives in a caravan. And
Traveller?
No, and he's not a traveller. Well, no, it's one of them ones in America where it's stuck. They don't travel. They just live in a caravan park.
Static.
Someone help us out with this, right? And he plays the game, and some lizard lad comes down and gets him, and then
are you on about War Games?
It's not called that though. It's called something else. Well, anyway, all the birds. Last Starfighter.
Oh yeah, a few people are just commenting now. The last Starfighter.
You just did that.
Peter Scott got there first, I think. Well done, Peter.
Yeah. Well, there's some right flange in that, isn't there? Right, and like they're proper rapey as well. They're like, let's get in the rape van and go down the shore and I'll do some booking. And he's like, no, I've got to play on my Amstrad CPC4, whatever he's doing.
CPC 464.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, doubt it. He's there. Go, doubt it. I've nearly clocked this. Leave me alone. And she's like, come on, book us. And she's mint there as well.
Mate, it's full of it. Like Kelly LeBrock. I mean, yeah, even Jason saying there, Kelly LeBrock in Weird Science. The woman in red, when you can freeze frame it and pause it when she's getting out of the bed and you see a bush. I like that. What about Kim Cattrall in Mannequin? Oh yeah, and in Police Academy, she'd get it in Police Academy as well, and in Porky's.
Class as well. Hey, these flanges just much better than the flange.
Oh mate, it's unbelievable.
And imagine the bush as well. Like,
look at Sergeant Callahan.
You know what you're getting today, right? You take them pants down. Like, and if there's any girls watching, feel free to share pictures. But no, he's Harry Bush now. Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't run a mile, Tony. I wouldn't. I would welcome and embrace it. I really would.
And then you got different motions.
For starters, I know I was someone of the correct age.
But it did. The girls nowadays, they just all go for the same one. Do you know what I mean? We'd like a different variation of bush. And you could always tell.
When you look at films today, all the lasses now look like this. They didn't have that.
Like, you remember when the alien in the Men in Black and he got inside that guy, and he's walking around. I
look like the female gremlin.
That was what you just looked like then.
No, like, I mean, the lasses in the 80s, they don't have all that daft modifications. They have natural eyebrows. They have, like, just to rely on a little bit of makeup and natural features. They're beautiful. Now, if you put the telly on and you watch something like Made in London or whatever it's called, they just look like platypuses.
Yeah, and right in the 80s, you could get away with some horrendous lies to pull birds. Like, you'd go, well, I am a fighter pilot. Nowadays, they just fucking Google you. They'd be like, you fuck, what are you flying? And they'd just be Googling the spec of the plane. Not that it's happened to me, Ted.
You get caught out. Like, you can't lie to lasses these days now because they'll just straight away search it on Facebook while you stood next to them and go, you're lying. That's your wife.
Seems like that's happened to you before, Ted.
No. So like back then you could say, oh yeah, man, I'm like an underground crane driver, something like that.
Remember when we went to Newcastle and we pretended that you were a Newcastle's new signing and you were a foreign lad, right? And we pretend this was like must have been like 95 or 96.
96, 97 it
was. Phones, yeah. And we were in, I can't remember where we were, somewhere down the quayside. And anyway, I was his translator and I looked about 10-year-old. But with these two birds, and she's going, "No, is he?" I went, "No, he's the new Paraguayan striker for Newcastle," because he had a bit of a tan, didn't you, Ted? Right?
I was very, very exotic looking back then.
Do the voice.
Yeah,
yeah, and he was just speaking like that. Now I was translating.
I went in with Butler and Yuki Brown.
And and I was going, he wants a bottle of Nuki Brown. And they were like, oh, he's beautiful, he's lovely. Then he was like talking away and he was going, and I'm going, oh, he says you've got a nice ass. Oh, and they'd be looking at it. They all thought they were going to pull a footballer. Then, like, he stood up and dropped the pint himself. He went, fucking hell. And that was it. The game was up, wasn't it?
And we go get us another pint, you Doyle. He's not from... hang on, right, we've got some more lasses coming through here from the 80s here. Let's have a look.
You can always tell our audience to love it.
True Barrymore.
All right, Savile. She was about.
Yeah. What's he called? Rolf? You can't. Bloody hell, hang on, what's this? Mama Fratelli out the Goonies. Freaking hell, Matty, she's too good for you, pal. I'm telling you. Jamie Lee Curtis, good one, good choice there.
Can I do my Mama Fratelli out of the...
Go on, do it.
Owen! Do you remember when he said, Owen? And there was like, one of his sons was quite cool, wasn't he? He had like a little like gun holster and a shirt and that. That's who I wanted to be out of them lads.
I wanted to be, you know, the one with all like the really bad skin who did like the opera singing.
The lad who was chained up?
Yeah, that was
it. Yeah.
Rocky Mally likes Adrian. I don't want to go on Adrian, like, yeah.
Well, yeah, but like she worked in a pet shop, pretend she was dead meek and that, and then as soon as Rocky got her in that sack, smash!
Hey, you know, hey, I'm a little bit punchy.
Well, that was another dynamic you don't get nowadays. You don't get a movie where the brother pimps out the sister like they did in Rocky. Because if you watch, like Uncle Paulie's just like, here, have a go on me sister, Rocky. Go on, you know you want to.
Yeah.
He does at the beginning of the movie.
I reckon this is how fucking weird I think Uncle Paulie was. I reckon he's got like a peephole in the bedroom. Was always like, yeah, go on, Rocco. Yeah, go on. So, yeah. Great, some good films. Would anyone have had a blast of Bridget Nielsen in Red Sonja?
Which was that the big black girl who was in the Bond movies?
No, yeah, she's Rocky IV. She's you know the wife in Rocky IV. She was married. She was in Red Sonja, wasn't she? And then she was, and then Schwarzenegger was in Red Sonja as well, and that's when they got it on. But she was mint in Red Sonja. It's like, imagine what she looked like in Rocky, but without the blonde flat top and with long red hair in a ponytail.
Oh, I like the blonde flat top.
I know. Yeah, but you're on about him.
Yeah, but no. That was very much as well, like a very 80s thing where the bloke, you had his and her matching hairs if you were partners, didn't you?
It's very true. Do you know what?
Rocky and Adrian have the same hair as well. In the first
maybe one. We've had some hindsight tonight, or maybe we've just fallen really lucky that we're having such a misogynistic conversation tonight, and we haven't got one female watcher tonight commenting. I don't know whether they've started off and logged off, or whether we've just got the look of the draw and we won't get reported.
Ted, it's because they're all getting ready because the pubs are opening up, aren't they? So they're all like getting sorted out on a night out.
The flange stuff done and all that, you know what I mean?
And everything, yeah. Well,
Peter Scott's put there, Bridget Nielsen is a proper minger now. Yeah, she's about 67, Peter. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You show me a fit 67-year-old and I'll blast it.
Yeah, well, of course, there's loads of fit 67-year-olds. Have you not class? Michelle Pfeiffer in Scarp, yeah. Yeah, well,
Molly Ringwald, here we go. Molly Ringwald, prime ginger flange.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Well,
we've got, watch this, Jenny a gutter in the railway, children.
He's gonna.
You don't know the police monitor this.
Well, they will now. That's
it's Tina Turner. Is it a 67-year-old flange you're on about? I would not blast Tina Turner.
I would. Well, of course I would. Fucking class. Just
mate, she will be lead up to fuck.
Mate, I tell you now, right? You'd be just going into bed and she'd be giving it some Bush Nut City Limits.
She might get off if I dress up as Ike.
You don't be talking about battering women. It's not good.
I didn't say that, and I definitely wouldn't. Shazza Stone, that's a good one there. Yeah, Sharon Stone, definitely. Basinger would have got a tickle as well. Who else? Frank goes under the table. You know, he's helping us out here. Goodbye. Yeah, it's good. Cher must be about 90, isn't she? Someone's put there. I wouldn't have a go. Cher, I'd forget your name.
But even better. But I'd have a go on Cher. Of course I would. It's class.
The Chinese dictator who was in Batman, or as Mally calls her, Kim Basin.
Nice.
Rocky Dennis. Bloody, he's a confused lad, this Nick Tompkins, isn't he?
He was the lad that had the freezing mask, wasn't he? Bless him.
Patsy Kinsett with a South African accent. Oh, what are you talking about, Hooks?
Who was that?
That was South African. Are you fucking diplomatic immunity?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's class.
Joanna Lumley, that's a good shout, actually. I would double Lumley right now, to be honest.
Yeah,
just oh my gosh, that was such a smashing shack.
Too busy saving the Gurgers to come and double you, mate. She's off like doing stuff for Gurgers.
I've got some here. She can have them. You know what I mean? If she wants some, she can have them.
Well, don't be them lads will be out after you.
All right.
Right, you've got loads of pickled penis in there. That's what that looks like.
Little, it's like you're in my crib there. This is my fridge, just where I keep all my beer.
This is where I keep my boss gherkins.
Right, let's have a look what else we've got here tonight. Because, since we've got no females, we have got a female watching. Emma Bennett's there. Julia Roberts, apparently. Julia Roberts was very, very attractive.
No, I never got it. Me, is that the bird that kept on running away in Runaway Bride? Is that Julia Roberts?
Yeah, she was a pretty woman.
Well, who gets to play brass and still get away thinking you're class? I'm not having that.
I know like Richard, women are always like, I love Pretty Woman. Richard Gere's my ultimate man. He's paying for a brass. He's paying for a prostitute. He's taking her into Primark, getting her dressed up because he doesn't like the way she dresses. So he's manipulating and conforming her to lose her identity. And then he's taking her to parties with his mates, and then he's sleeping in hotel rooms with her so he can bath her and stuff. He's just weird.
Yeah, he's like, well, I, girl. Like, if he was cruising down the Bonley, right, in an old Escort, you wouldn't be saying the same, would you? And he's picking up people from, like, over the...
I'll be impressed.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's creepy as gear.
Wilma Flintstone or Betty Rubble, bit of a cartoon tug there going on. Here we go. Carol Voldemort, I agree. Voldemort is a good choice.
No, we're just naming flange. I thought it was 80s Pacific flange.
Yeah, if the lady watches tonight, it might just be you, Emma, because it is very, very sausage heavy watching the show tonight. What about guys? Guys from the 80s? Who would like stand out from the 80s for you in a film? And you'd think, and join in, fellas. Be sensible. Who's the guy in the 80s who you looked up to and thought, yeah, I'd probably have had a little go on him if I was that way inclined.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder's he's a very, very charming actor, and I love him.
It's got a sexuality to him. It's class.
Yeah. Robert Englund.
Who's he?
He played Freddy Krueger.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I could have him as well.
I'd have him as Freddy. No, let's be serious here.
Who would... Yeah.
It's a serious show.
Because we've got one female watcher, right? We'll say for you, me dear. Right, what bit of cock did you like in the 80s? And lads, who would you go gay for in the 80s?
Someone put Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer. Well, he's a bit... For me, I'd go for your lad who played Uncle Buck. John Candy.
You know what? You always reminded me of a very young Chevy Chase.
I'd love to be a young Chevy Chase.
There we go, Swayze. Now we're getting serious here, Emma. Well done. Do you know what? I love Swayze in that one where he's a surfing bank robber.
Oh, that's class, that. Oh, we're so body, man. We're so
class. It's class, but Keanu Reeves is dreadful in it.
Class.
Like, I gotta go and take them down, dude. Yeah.
Oh, when you're riding that final wave, we're so body. It's class. Yeah, I like him in Roadhouse because because a lad with a knife in his boot, and he goes, I doubt it, I'm not having that, and he just kicks his head in.
Yeah.
Class.
Yeah, I like that. But to come up against those Italians who have knives in the shoes, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, and like
Point Break, there we are.
Point Break, it's class. But God bless him, right? Because he's dead now, isn't he, Patrick? Right, and it might have been to do with them really tight pants he had to wear all the time because that wasn't very good. But it could have been different. He could have ended up like Bacon and been on crap adverts for mobile phones all the rest of his life. Imagine doing like BT or whatever it was.
Yeah,
now.
like what's his face?
Like Bacon. Yeah, well,
Yeah. No, I agree. So Tom Cruise has come up a few times. Maverick, they're in Top Gun. Tom Cruise. What's this here? we were talking about punch lasagnas here. Who has a little mouse's ear? I'd let Steven Seagal give me one. Yeah. It's a good point, that, Paul, because Seagal, he's all about the hands, isn't he? He's like, if we class.
Yeah, and right, he had a ponytail, so if you closed your eyes and squinted a bit, he'd look like a fat lass from Stockton, in all honesty.
Which is good.
Which is good class. I mean, I love Stockton and fat lasses, so we're all right.
She is. Oh, your dial's been busy.
Right.
Charlene, listen, I'm going to ask you a question directly here, right? What men from the 1980s did you have a thing for? We've went through a list of ladies. We're now looking at a list of men. Tell us who from the 80s, and it can be a wrestler, it can be a jockey, anything. You might have let Lester Piggott have a go on you. I don't know. Come on, the wrestler there, as demonstrated by Rowdy Roddy Mahler there. Here we go. Look at that, Van Damme. No Swayze, but he was okay. He was an opium addict, Emma. I just thought, you know,
in that movie, he's class Van Damme.
In real life, he was a proper crackhead.
He's class now. What are you on about? I'd still have jumped.
I like the
muscles from Middlesbrough, didn't it, Ted? Do you know what I mean? That was my nickname. So I used to like Van Damme. I couldn't do the splits though.
Nicholson in Batman is cool.
Yeah, that's got the best Joker in as well, that one. Never mind like that crap one that they're doing, you know what I mean? That's Nicholson, isn't it, who does a Joker?
It is, yeah.
What about your man? He's dead cool because he's dead, angsty.
I like him in Nicholson. I like him in The Shining. Here's Johnny.
Well, I tell you what, he's class in as well. I know we're going off Peter here. He's class in The Departed.
Oh, yeah.
He's minting that.
Good. Hang on, Stephen Ginger Downey's commented here. Hang on, let's have a look. And last I know, always said she wanted to go on Wolf from Gladiators. True story, this. He opened up. He opened up Bell's stores on, I think it was either Thorntree Road or Westby Street. I can't remember. And my sister's got a photo of herself sat on his knee. It's very true story, that. Chris Adamson will have to go on any of the Golden Girls. We already know Blanche is a mucky trotter, so I agree with that. So we've got a question here, a serious question. Let's have a look. Paul Hamner.
What? There's a serious...
This isn't stage, Ted. Are you doing any live shows soon in clubs? It's funny you should ask that, Paul. Allow me to just bring up a couple of secret little things I've prepared. So yeah, the first one I'm doing is May the 28th, but that's sold out. The next one I'm doing is this one here, and that is on Friday, June the 25th, and that's at Beer and Beer in Middlesbrough. And that is headlined by the fantastic Mike Milligan, and we've got Dawn Rigby opening, Anthony Grogan, and Eddie Fortune, all great comedians. I'm hosting that. Come along and watch it, you know what I mean? If you can't come to that one, fear not, on July the 30th, same venue, I've got my mate Nige, who's a great character comedian called Keith Carter, fantastic. He's opening the show. Got a few more comedians in the middle, and then I've got a secret TV headliner. He's been on loads of TV shows. You'll know him when you see him. I've already revealed it to him. Shit. Yeah, keep an eye out for that. But tickets are all on sale. If you go onto my events page on Facebook, just go onto my page, Ted Hankey. There's an events tab. They're all on there. The ticket links are in there. I'll post them in the discussion in a minute, and you can buy tickets. But they're selling fast. I'll be honest, they're selling fast already.
Ted, the headliner guy, it isn't that guy, the Go Compare lad, is it?
No, it isn't. No. I couldn't get him.
He just made it in. Why is he like on the advert? Now, have you seen the new Go Compare advert? He's like, yeah, look at this. This is actually me. I sang it. Look at you, man. Get off. I don't want to see you. I just want to see the Go Compare, fella. I don't care about your backstory.
It would be like me going on a TV show, wouldn't it? And then revealing who I really am.
Ted, just take your glasses off and that's you still.
It's me. You know, like an hello. It is I. Ted.
Yeah, hello. That's a bit. I tell you.
Michelle. Me.
I like the little tiny one who's about this big and blonde.
I'm pretty sure as well. We've timed this correctly because I think today would have been Gordon Kay's 80th birthday, and if I'm right, I've seen it on Twitter. I'm sure or something.
That was that good, Ted. You're going to get a blast. Are you ready?
Go on then.
there you go. That was
Good.
all we had today.
I like that, yeah.
If we play any more, we legally have to give Michael J. Fox a tenner.
Supermarket sweep. Oh, thank you, Graham. Have you listened to the podcast this week? That's right. Yeah. Another seamless link here. This week on the podcast, we play a clip from when me and Mallow went on Supermarket Sweep with Dale Winton. So it's well worth listening to. Go to iTunes, Spotify, or just go to tedhanky.com and check it out, you bell whiffs.
Correct. Class.
So Emma's asking, is it the Halifax guy? If you're on about Howard, the Halifax guy, no, it isn't him.
It is him. It's Howard from the Halifax.
He's more famous.
Howard from the Halifax.
Peter Scott saying, Thornaby Sports and Leisure Club open from Monday if you can do an outdoor gig. We're not allowed to. We're not allowed to do outdoor gigs, are we?
No.
Canned them all still.
They've said no in a massive way.
It's shame.
Sports and Leisure. Is that the Nash?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I went.
It's called the Nash.
Peter runs it, yeah, or owns it, or whatever. It used to be the Nash. Remember when we got them lasses in the disabled toilet in there, Mala?
Absolutely. Yeah. However, I don't think it was a disabled toilet. It's just a bloke's.
Oh yeah, and I think it was during lockdown as well. Yeah, we broke in, Peter.
Yeah,
exactly. I did a gig there, and not long ago it was cracking night. Yeah, for Laughing Pug Comedy Club, Little Matty's thing there. It was great. I enjoyed it. Yeah, so hopefully I can come back sooner or later, Peter. I enjoyed it, mate. Might get a free pint off you this time, no bed. So have a look. What's this? You're not Butter, I don't even know who he is, Butter Batman. Is he Doyle? Robert De Niro, Raging Bull there. Deborah Patton liked a bit of De Niro. Shall I do my De Niro impression? Are you ready?
Yeah. Do you remember we had our discussion?
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Raging Bull must have been called Raging Bongon because she was trying to constantly trying to get him to shag her. You know, in that movie.
Why? I got a fucking hard one. Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Just wanted the slammer, and she was like, rubbing up and down. He's like, I can't bang you. I'm a boxer.
Yeah, I've got a fucking fight, haven't I?
Yeah, well, I am in the cage tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got a cage fight, haven't I? Totally. Imagine if they remade Raging Bull now, but like in Grangetown or something.
We're not going to have time to do my remake of songs now.
We have. So, right, okay. Mala has came up with a genius idea. Hopefully you can get involved with this, right? Where you'll have seen a lot of like comedians have done that thing where they go, oh, what if like we did like misheard lyrics and it sounded like, I thought it sounded like, she wants, I don't know, I can't think of an example. And they use it to get comedic laughs. When Mala's come up with a new one is, what if you just rewrote the song or changed the words to something more better? Give us an example, Mala.
Right, so, like boys and girls in podcast land, this is, right, think of an old song, but we have to bring it up to date so the kids would understand it. So I'm going to do it, right? Start us off with The Police. Are you ready? So this is my one. It goes, Roxanne, you don't have to turn on the red light. Those days are over. You just have to finish it off, Ted. Start your
massive shite.
No, so the idea there is that Roxanne isn't turning on a red light. She's starting a fans only site. Roxanne, you don't have to wear that dress tonight. Get on the internet for money. That's what we have to do. Right? And then they'd release that, but obviously they'd have a rapper there doing it as well.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah, I was trying to think up with new words for Coco Jumbo, but I couldn't because I just love it.
They're the originals. You can't beat that.
Yeah,
that's what they do now, and that's not. Listen, if you have your own fans only, I'm not saying you're a prosy, honestly. But you are. But no, I'm not.
That was a good song. Have you got any more?
No, that was my starter for 10.
What if you could replace a keyword in the song? Then, watchers, viewers, people out there, what would it be and why? If I could, let me think. If I think of David Bowie songs, you remind me of the Babe. What Babe? The one with the big tits.
What big? Would be massive tits. She lives on Lane House Road. Guys, we're talking about your mum. Well, of course, I'm not your mum. Never had massive tits, man. They were like, listen, they were like Shakira said, you know, just because they were small and humble, you know, just because they're small and humble, so they're not mistaken by mountains.
He's one here. What's this? Cliff Richard Wide for sound. I like tall children. I like small children. Jim again. Tony Seaman here. What about Don't Look Back in Asda? You're not allowed to. It's a good one. Some good suggestions coming in here.
The Isles of Your Mind. Sorry. Yeah, go on.
I always used to think of, you know, like the Oasis one. Buy it up, Lidl.
Yeah, well, look at you trying to even out the two brands there.
Muff Down Girls.
Well, class.
Yeah, I like that one. Really good, that one. I'm a bit disturbed by this. I don't know whether it's a song or just general abuse. I will look you down, Ryan, and I will find you, and I will kill you.
I will find you. You're not the one walking with a little kid on that picture, though.
Yeah. Got the eye of the penis. Deborah, Dirty Deborah there. That's a good one, that one. I like that. Money for boffin.
Money for buffing and your chicks are free. Well, your chicks aren't together.
Show me a home where the buffaloes roam and I'll show you a house full of shit.
What
about well, you can tell by the way I use my walk, I've got crabs.
You can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm on a tag. No time to talk. It's 6 o'clock and I gotta get home before the police come and put me alone and it's all right. Yeah. Well,
you worked on that one, yeah? Well done.
No. Spontaneity, Ted. It's what I thrive on. Do you know what I mean?
You've got one. Manny James here. Instead of "Is there life on Mars?" change the words to "Put my wife on Mars" because I'm fucking sick of her.
Yeah, that's Bridget at the end there. Put my wife on Mars because I'm sick.
I'm sick of her. She's an idiot. Here's a good one here. Police, every cock you take. It's a bit rude.
That could be the B-side. See, we can do this together, right? I'll write in full, Roxanne. You know, you start your fans only site, and you can write the B-side to it. Every cock you take,
and then I could do "Don't wank so close to me." Like
well,
picture.
Every cock you take could be fans only as well. I'll be watching you. Every cock you take, every bukkake you cake. Oh, sorry,
it's so rude now. There's ladies watching. Behave. What's the beef chow mein, chips and rice? I like that one. I beg your pardon. It wasn't my dog that shit in your garden.
A bit of Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
I never promised you a
so many. We should have done some prep for this, Mala. Do you know what I mean? But we didn't, did we?
Well, this is why we're an interactive show, so all the lads and lasses out there can just join in. That's why it's the fun, isn't it? If we did all the work, Ted, we'd have to actually put effort in. Now, that's no good, is it?
No.
Yeah, well, I
can understand if they were giving us a couple of quid each, you know what I mean? And we'd put the graft in, but they're getting a free entertainment tonight. So
I've got no interest in playing any of them Harry Potter sports. Couple of quid each.
We've got a relevant news story here that's come through. You might remember the shop that is at the Mandale pub in Thornaby caught fire. And someone, I think this might be the arsonists themselves here, has put, "I'm a Spar fire starter, twisted Spar fire starter." Oh, no.
I wanted to build some flats on this site, but I can't get commission, so I'm going to burn it down.
I would do anything for love, but I will go to the shop for a pint of milk.
If he would do anything for milk, right, anything for love, do you think he'd get bummed? Well, no, because it's love, it's bum love, innit? I'd be like, well, you get bummed.
What about that one for your police collection?
Wanking on the moon.
Back on crack.
Never went off it though, Peter. That's the problem. always stuck to crack. You know what I mean? It's one
We
constant.
are bell whipped, my friend.
I'm not quite sure on that one, but I'm sure you sing as it, Deborah. We'll have a listen.
Remember, you're a cockwomble.
Well, I
like that one, yeah. He's a good one. This is probably my favourite one so far, and it's quite a rare because it's come from Tony Seaman, and he's a Doyle. How much is that postie in the window when in Amsterdam?
Well, class. Not the one with the waggly tail.
Misogynistic. I'll be honest with you, Tony. I don't agree with that level of behaviour.
It was just an observation, that Ted. Come on, Eileen. That was our favourite ever, that girl, didn't you, Ted? Do you remember when she had all that cream?
What was her name?
I remember she had a T-shirt on that said Eileen, and she'd put loads of toothpaste all around her mouth. And we were at a fancy dress show, weren't we, Ted? And she said, "We went, what are you? Come on," and she went, "Come on, Eileen." It was class.
It was, yeah. I got a twinge, I'll be honest.
She was all right as well.
Yeah, there's so many good ones coming through. I can't put them all on, to be honest.
I told you, it's a good game.
It is. It's a good game, yeah. We need some suggestions for future shows because, I'm just running out of ideas, I'll be honest.
I've got loads, but he won't let me do them.
No, brother, you're coming up with weird things like, let's see how much beetroot we can eat. I'm not having purple lips for the week.
Can we do a show live from a beer garden soon, Ted? Because I want to do that.
I think we could, mate. Yeah, we could. We are going to be recording these shows very, very soon live from a pub, which is going to be good because the whole format is going to change, ladies and gentlemen. It won't just be me and Mala zoomed in on our face like this. It's going to be a proper show in a proper environment, and it's going to be proper class. That's all you need to know for now until I announce everything, but you will enjoy it, guaranteed.
It's going to be class.
Yeah. Hey, tell all your mates it's going to be class.
No, it's going to be proper mints. It's going to be
it's going to be like that time where you're going free at the soft play at the Pavin Thornaby.
I still get him free. I just look through the top window, me. I'm not daft.
What's this? Let's wrist again, because we cannot bummer. Good one, that one. It's all how you sing it. It's how, you know what I mean?
Let's wrist again.
I don't know George Ezra, I'm not sure anyway, but George Ezra singing about his porno, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, filth. It is filthy, Emma.
Yeah, I tell you who's filthy. That Rihanna. Right, hang on, right. She sang a song where she's like, "Come on, rude boy, come on, get it up. Come on, rude boy, you're big enough, take it." Like, wanting to say, right, I want to get booked. Imagine if a bloke just sang a song about that, about a woman. "Lowie, how big's your flange? Get it out. I want to see it." I mean, I tried and it never got anywhere. Like, it got the top 20 in Albania, though, so that was quite good.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's filthy.
Well, it was.
What about, has anyone got any black lace classics?
But for sale, or you just want to know?
No, you could do, I mean, come on, there's a lot of, parody you could do with that, couldn't you? I don't know. Wash your flu from the front onto the back. Wash your flu.
Can you do one of these, Ted?
It doesn't stink your crack.
You did one of them, didn't you, Ted? What was your one? Was that it?
I don't know. I can't remember. I wrote one ages ago. Oh,
did you just? Was that the dog?
Oh.
This is a new law. And then it said, "I can show."
Sometimes. When I laugh too much, I do a pump.
This is first time for everything, Ted. It must have been that. Must have been excited over
taking the show to a new level with human flatonics. So there you go, man. You know what I mean? Here we go. You can do it at the Nash. I'll give you loads of break. I'll see you soon, Peter. Right.
I want to do it live at the Nash, shall we, Ted? Let's go and do it live at the Nash one day, please.
I've got enough for you. I've got a fridge full of it. I need hard cash.
What's your internet signal like? What's your broadband like? Come on, let's talk.
Well, thank you very much. Some good suggestions there. I just want to say I have put the ticket links in the descriptions. If you do want to attend this night, please do download the podcast for this week. As you can see there, it's called CrossFit Christ this week, where me and Mal are talk in detail about the good Lord Jesus Christ, how he invented the fad CrossFit. So do give it a listen. It's proper class, you know what I mean? But I think that's time for us to wrap things up, and I need a poo. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, probably.
It would be class if I can see some of these people at these gigs coming up in Middlesbrough, though, so I can put like a face to your stupid names, or put a name to your stupid face. It's one of the two. I can't quite remember.
Right, why don't you come over, right? If you come to the show, come over and put like a little name tag on and come and get your picture with Ted.
Why do you want to do that? I'll give you a free badge. I've got badges. If you come and make yourself known to me, I'll give you 3 badges. We don't want no stinking badges.
Look at him. That is off. That is off. Yeah, what's that one where the
Blazing Saddles?
That's it. Right, Ted, I'm ready to play us out. I tell you, Michael J. Fox is going to be after us for that tenner now, Ted. So you're going to have to pay him.
I will. Thank you very much for tuning in to Night Matters. We will see you next week. New episode of the podcast is out on Wednesday, and we'll see you next Thursday for another Fab live show. Thank you very much for your input tonight. And as per usual, up the borough, I believe.